I realized, one of Jay's favorite things to do was to go to Havasu and bake in the sun, in the hot sun. So I actually think that this was all on purpose, and we all have to endure it. So here we go. On behalf of all of the family, I would like to sincerely thank everyone here for attending the celebration of life for Henry J. Haan. It's really overwhelming to see the impact that he's made on so many people. Your presence means the world to the family. My name is Larry. For those who don't know, I'm married to Kim, Jay's oldest daughter. Where are you, Kim? There she is. I've been asked, and not really asked, I was more like forced and volunteered to come up and basically share some fond memories that they'll cherish forever from their husband, their dad, and their papa. There are so many great memories, and they really demonstrate what an amazing and selfless man he was. Today is a celebration of life. It is not intended to be sad, but a celebration of the joy, love, laughter, and happiness he brought to all of us. For those who know Jay, they know that family always came first, and even though he sometimes loved his long career with Ford as a transmission mechanic, he knew it was simply a means to provide everything that he could for his family. So, first, just a few facts. Jay was born August 31st, 1943, in Orange City, Iowa, to John and Ida Haan. He was their only child, and he spent his childhood on the family farm until they moved to the city at the end of high school. That farm, I believe, did not even have a regular bathroom. That was an outhouse, was it not?
Yes.
Yes. So moving to the city was huge, people. He began working at Ford as a young man, and by the age of 20, he moved to California for more opportunities. He worked for Ford for over 45 years.
Wow.
In 1967, history was created. Jay's roommate in California set up a blind date with a beautiful Dutch girl by the name of Kobe de Kiwi. The date was obviously a success, and 7 months later, they were married. The blind date led to 52 blissful years of marriage. Give them a hand for that, guys. That union produced 3 children: Kim, Kelly, where's Kelly? Scotty, where are you? And 7 grandchildren, Randy and Ryan. Randy, Ryan, all right. Hope, where are you, Hope? There she is. Callie, where's Kelly? There you are. Where's Lily? Hi, Lily. Maddie and Mason, where are you? There's Mace. Where's your brother? Right here. Hey, there he is. All right. The 7 grandkids, who he was very, very proud of. Many people have witnessed how devoted Jay was to his family, but also to his mother, both when he was younger and more so in his later years. With the passing of Jay's dad in 1970, Jay knew the right thing to do was to take care of his mom. But he knew he wasn't shoveling snow anymore, so he wasn't moving back to Iowa. He asked his mother to come to California to live with his family. He flew up to Iowa and drove his mom back to California through a blizzard in her 1962 Ford Falcon. Okay, so he wasn't quite done with shoveling snow.
Yep.
It was quite a trip.
Remember that one too.
Ida lived with the family for 6 years until she bought her own place. And then again, Jay was such a devoted family man with taking care of her while she was in her own place as well. Ida loved to bake, which is where Jay may have gotten his sweet tooth. Definitely had that. Let's just say that there was a fair amount of ice cream, donuts, pies, chocolate consumed. You name it, Jay loved it. He would say, "I think we better go get an ice cream." Or, "Hey, on the way, can we stop and get a donut?" And if having or attending a garage sale, donuts were definitely involved. And we'd still be finishing dinner, and he would say, so we ready for dessert?" He liked his dessert. His children fondly remember their adventurous childhood, and they continue to love the same things with their children. Jay showed them the value of living life outdoors. From his interest and hobby of cars and tractors to camping, trips to Havasu, boating, jet skiing, houseboat vacations, and to the desert to ride motorcycles. Jay and Kobe loved their time camping with the family and had some amazing road trips, just the two of them. They also cherished their monthly outings with the best camping group in the world. Best camping group in the world, raise your hands. That would be the SOS bunch. And it depends on who you talk to as to whether that stood for same old sweet bunch or same old shitty bunch. Either way, a core group of friends that had each other's backs and still do today. If we're being honest, I was lucky enough that Kim hung on to me because I loved everything Jay's family was about. Secret, she's actually lucky I stayed around. No, I'm just kidding. Their family, along with my upbringing, was the gold standard of how I wanted to raise my family, and I truly wanted to be a part of theirs. Jay had so many amazing qualities. He truly was one of the hardest working people I know. Although he may disagree, he was a perfectionist like no other. He could build literally anything, and he did not have YouTube to figure it out. He'd just start cutting and chopping, and the next thing we had was a masterpiece. You could always tell when something was done by Jay. From welding to concrete to electrical, he would just dive in and get it done. He would always tell us, you need to make it look sanitary. Now I hear the grandkids saying the same thing. We are so fortunate that he was so happy to share his knowledge with everyone. They loved building things and working on cars and projects with Papa. Our kids can literally build and fix things that their friends can't even pronounce. It's a gift that has been given to them and will help them navigate life. And if you didn't have a tool for the job, you could guarantee that Jay had it. He would say, wait a minute, I might have one of those. And he did. And more impressive was he knew exactly where it was. Many of you know about his immaculate garage, or his Ford blue and white checkered walls in the La Palma garage, and of course his Pintero, a creation which required the neighbors to watch in awe as he cut the roof off a perfectly good Pinto. Okay, well, as good as a Pinto can be. Okay, he definitely improved the Pinto. Jay had another talent many are unaware, except for those, of course, whose gifts were spoiled by his uncanny ability to shake a gift and guess its contents. Almost every time. You did not get to open a gift without knowing what was already inside of it because he shook it and figured it out. There were a few sayings that always made us laugh. He'd say, I'll set the cruise control at double nickels. We'll get there when we get there. That's 55 for you youngsters. And don't let your mom drive a dime over double nickels. On the weekend, he liked to say, I'm going to go rest my eyes for a minute. The grandkids also have many fond memories. Papa would tell them, I'm going to box your gizzards. When they think of Papa, the words that come to their minds are nice, funny, kind, willing, cool, and creative. I would encourage you to tell your loved ones the qualities that make you who you are because of them. The grandkids loved going on tractor rides, playing Candyland, camping, swimming, snuggling, and going for a ride on his scooter. They said, he built us things, he fixed things, and he cares about everyone. It's very refreshing to me to know that because of their Papa, they're going to carry those same qualities through their lives and on to the next generation. And that is a priceless gift. Over by that ladder over there is Jay's water ski. Yeah, it's a really cool ski. He referred to it as the flag for obvious reasons. And he loved this ski, but so much that we actually have it up in the garage mounted. It's a pretty cool piece. And I remember over the last couple of years, he would say to me that, he really wanted to give that ski one more go. He wanted to get out and give it another go. And, although it didn't happen, his spirit never died. The afternoon before he passed, I actually sat him down in his bed, and he just kind of looked at me and he said, let's go water skiing, Larry. And that was such a great memory for me and to know that his spirit did not die. He still wanted to get out and live life. And I'll always remember that. He gave that can-do spirit to all of us. And we all love him for it. So at this time, I would like to ask if there is anybody here, that would like to share a funny story or a fond memory. Please come up and share that with everybody. I know that the family would certainly love to hear those stories if anybody has one. And if that's not your style and you don't like speaking in front of people, that's okay too. There is a toolbox over on the table over there, and there's paper and a pen. And if you so desire, you're welcome to go ahead and write that memory and put it in that box for the family. And so certainly do that. But is there anybody that would like to come up and share a story at this time?